Dearly beloved dolls, I apologize for sending you to an early, watery grave. While putting my children to bed tonight, my 6-year-old, well, both my boys are avid lovers of Mickey Mouse and Pete the Cat toys. So my 6-year-old happened to drop his Pete the Cat doll on the floor, the toy. He proceeded to ask me, "Mom, could you please pick up my doll?" And I said, "Doll?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, girls play with dolls. I have stuffed animals." To which we laughed. Then he proceeded to ask me, "Mom, how many dolls did you have as a child growing up?" And it got me thinking. So I started telling him that I had many dolls, but after a while I didn't like them. And he goes, "Why?" That part I couldn't explain. But then I told him, to which he laughed so hard. I said to him, I used to pop the heads off and the legs and watch them as I flushed them down the toilet. And he laughed so hard. But for me, it wasn't a joke. It actually wasn't funny, because in that moment, what I discovered and what was brought to my attention is the age in which that started to happen. And just tonight, I made the realization, or came to the realization rather, that around that age, the age that my oldest child is right now, was when I started to hate my dolls, which quite frankly was the age that I first got violated. I was 5. Prior to that, I loved dolls, and I had a crap load of dolls, as my dad's family members would send them from overseas, and my mom would buy me dolls, and I used to love my dolls and share them with the neighborhood kids. But something changed. When I got violated the very first time at 5 years old, something changed. What ended up happening, I had such a hatred for my dolls that I literally would pop the heads off and pop the little legs off and the arms, and it would be a joy to watch them float, the little plastic bits, the arms, legs, heads, bodies, float as they disappear in the toilet. When you're on a journey to self-discovery, a journey to your own freedom, when you decide to go on this journey, you have to be open and ready to accept any and everything that will be revealed and that will show up. Now, this is what was revealed to me tonight. I became so angry, and I was never an angry child, but because of what happened to me, that was my way of showing this is how it manifested in my life, because my control was taken. No longer was I this precocious, vivacious little child that was just, I had no worries and no cares in the world, but something happened and something changed the dynamics of who I was. And this was how it started to manifest itself, where that was the only thing I could control at that moment. Now, my 5-year-old or 6-year-old brain could not comprehend that, and I could not articulate that to anyone what was happening, but there was a change. The only thing I could control at that point was popping the heads off my dolls, popping the legs and popping the arms, just a reflection of what was happening on the inside, a manifestation of what was happening on the inside. I had lost control. I was feeling nasty, unworthy. I was feeling all these things, and I did not know, and there was no one to help me sort it out or figure it out. So this is how it showed up. Now, this was not the video that I meant to post tonight. This is just as a result of the conversation I had with my son and the realization that was made and the mindset that I'm now in. And so my message tonight would simply be, Parents, parents, please pay attention to your children. Look for the telltale signs that something is wrong or something has gone wrong. If you know for a fact that your child would behave one way or was a particular way before, and all of a sudden they're withdrawn, they become isolated, and they're acting weird, they're acting funny, whether they're not talking or they're acting out, pay attention. Please pay attention to your little girls, pay attention to your little boys, because these are telltale signs that something has happened. Something is going on. I don't know why or how. Well, I know how it came about, and this derived from the conversation with my boy, which I am happy. But again, it places you in that headspace of, wow, this is why I was doing that. And this is how it showed up. Just a simple conversation with my 6-year-old son, which brings me into another point. As I watch my boys sleep tonight, prior to coming up and making this video, I looked at my 6-year-old's body in the bed and my 2.5-year-old son, closer to 3 at this point, and I couldn't help but wonder, as I looked at their little bodies and the innocence and beauty of them sleeping as children without a care in the world, just wanting to be loved. And I couldn't help but wonder how a sick individual could see a child so innocent, so pure, and do the things that they do. Childhood sexual abuse is real. Childhood sexual abuse must be stopped. We can only do this or have a chance of doing so if we're willing to speak up and speak out about our stories. This is my message again tonight. Parents, be vigilant. Please pay attention to your children. And if and when your child comes up to you and tell you that something happened or something has gone wrong, someone touched them in a way that they didn't like, they were violated, for the love of God, please don't quiet them. Take action. Take action. I love you. This is Larissa, Journey to Free. Again, this was not my video for tonight, but this is what happened. And as it happened, I decided, you know what, I will share this because I could connect that. That's what happened in my life as a child. And to be honest, there are several other things that showed up in my life and the way the abused affected me and how it manifested in my life. And these are some of the conversations. Actually, these are the conversations that we're going to be having. So all I ask is that you join me. Join me on this journey as we journey to free. I love you. This is Larissa, and I'll be back. I'll be posting my original video sometime later, whether today or tomorrow, whenever it is. And please join the journey, be a part, leave your comments, send your questions by email or whichever of the sites that you can connect with me or journey with me. I will be posting all of that in the description below. And if you choose, please subscribe to Journey to Free if you desire to. And let's do this. Again, let's reassign the shame and let's speak. Journey to Free, from my heart to yours. I love you. God bless.